Good morning, social media. Welcome to the Coffee and Conversation with my honey. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. If not, but if you're on, I want you to heart it up, share, like, all of that great stuff. As my honey and I get ready to talk about coffee and conversation, here we go. Let's grow. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Uh-oh, let me add my honey. Hey, husband.
Hey, how you doing this morning?
I'm good. I'm gonna let you talk while I share. I gotta do my little share thing, Majid.
Gotcha. Good morning, everybody. This is Clyde and Tonya, Bishop Harden, Pastor T, whatever you want to call this morning. We coming with our regular coffee conversation. I want you to do me a favor. This is a pretty serious topic. A pretty serious topic. I hope that you can do me a favor. My wife always says like, subscribe, and share. Like,
Yeah.
subscribe, and share. So do me a favor. While my wife is pausing right now and trying to add other screens on and other networks, do me a favor. You do the same. Go ahead and stop right now. Take this time, before you run out the door and start listening to this in your car. Do me a favor and go ahead and like, subscribe, but also share. Share with a friend. Share with someone who you think that can benefit from a good, healthy Monday morning, first day of the month conversation. We just got to doing our prayer. This morning we do a command your morning every Monday. Command your morning every Monday. Our church members come together and we pray over our month. We pray over our week. We pray over the rest of our year. And so we're commanding our morning and week. So we want you to start right now with us as we command it with some good, healthy conversation. Some good healthy
Yeah.
conversation. Um, Listen, we yesterday at church we had an adult service, an adult
Adult
service.
conversation. Right, right,
Listen,
right, right,
it was so adult to where YouTube censored it.
right.
For those, if you was at church yesterday, you heard me talk about our children and what we will and what we will not have in our home, and YouTube cut it out. I won't say it now because I want YouTube to keep us up for right now, but
Right, right.
YouTube cut it out.
We definitely on YouTube and social media. First of all, good morning, New Destiny family, and
Good
everybody that's
morning.
rocking out and joining us. I dare you to put on the screen, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, so that we can get into this conversation, Bishop.
Yes,
Husband, you ready? So
I
every
am.
first, for those that don't know, every first Monday of the month, we do a coffee conversation, and we come with, I guess you could say, hot topics, maybe.
I
But
would say, I don't
okay,
know if it's called hot topics or relevant now topics.
I like that, husband.
Relevant now topics, because hot topics
Relevant
can
now.
almost be messy. It could be a little messy,
That
you
is
know.
a little messy, isn't it? Okay, yeah. So we want to do relevant
And now
conversations.
topics, yeah,
Yeah. So, husband, you want to start it off?
yeah,
Again, welcome everybody. Make sure you like, share all of that. Great, and dialogue with us. Good
yes.
morning. Type in the
Do us
screen. Good morning. All of that. But yeah,
Yeah, do me a favor as you jump on, say hi, say hello, good morning. We love to know who's on with us. And also, if you got a quick question, feel free to do this here. We're monitoring the conversation. If you have a question, drop it in the box so we can answer it. As we go on, we don't have a problem. But we're going to talk about adult conversation this morning. So, my wife,
wait. Last time, we talked about adult conversation.
we
Last
did.
time. Yes. Uh huh.
We
But go
we,
ahead.
we grown folks. In
We grown
2024,
folks.
we growing up.
Yes.
So, but listen, I'm gonna tell you a little something about me and my wife real quick. So, me and my wife, we are, how you got people who workaholics. We're successaholics. We're successaholics. Remember about successaholics? Successaholics. That sounds crazy, but you know what I'm trying to say. Success. We are successaholics. We want to succeed. We want to get better, and I love our
Good
relationship. Good
morning.
morning, Lady Robin. We're so we want each other to succeed to where we feed each other information all week long. Well, she feeds me information. If I see something hot, I'm like, man, my wife got to hear this. Then she'll see something, no, great. Man, my husband got to hear this.
Mhm.
We're always trying to feed each other because we know where we are is not where we're going, and
Mhm.
we don't want to be here too long. And so my wife sent me a video of the day, and when I cut grass, it takes me 3 hours to cut my yard. And so every time I cut my yard, I always say, ask my wife, baby, send me something that's I can listen to, that's going to be healthy, that's going to help me out, and so she sent me this video. She actually sent it to me before I cut grass, and when she sent me this video, it was with TD Jakes. She said, babe, TD
Got
Jakes,
Yeah.
go ahead and say what you told me.
No, you gotta listen to this. This is bananas. You gotta listen to it. Yeah.
So he was dropping bombs. This dude was dropping bombs left and right. And for y'all who don't like TD Jakes, you don't want to hear him, you can, I'm sorry. I won't tell you to chime off. I almost told you to chime off, but you need to hear
Don't do
this.
that.
Don't do that. But I will tell you, listen to my next sermon series is coming up, and say it said 60 seconds is not enough, and so you need to hear that
Mhm.
sermon series because they're gonna talk about things like that. Don't judge a man. Man got 40 years of greatness, and we choose 40 seconds to say, you know what someone else said about him. Anyways, here we go. So TD Jakes was dropping bombs left and right, and the guy is a mastermind. He's a mastermind of all times. I mean, he is the common day, just whatever great person you ever heard in the past. That's TD Jakes. That's TD Jakes. So, anyways, he said a clip though, and me and my wife, I said it when I heard it. I had to go back to my wife, baby. I mean, I literally stopped cutting grass a couple of times just to text in the house to tell him about this what he was saying. But he
Mhm.
said something in his clip. I want to share real quick. Can I share this with real quick what he said?
Yes, please.
And listen, this is for not just adults. This is for leaders. If you're a leader, you need to hear this. And I want you to listen to this with your leadership ear. This is with your leadership ear. I'm gonna just play about 30 seconds of this. Okay. Let me know share. Okay, screen share. Okay, let's play this. Can you hear the sound?
Play it. I can't hear the sound.
Oh no, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop sharing.
I can't hear the sound. You might have to tell him. He came all the way out. So to let y'all know as he get ready to come back in, so there's a topic that we want to definitely discuss with you this morning. As we always say, we have topics all the time that we want to discuss. It may not play Bishop because it's a video. I'm not for sure, but we could kind of talk about it.
Yeah, I will just talk about what he said. Because I see now I should have actually shared it as a video file. It said here I could have shared it as a video file. You grow up, you learn. You know what?
Yeah.
Let me try that. So that was the window. Let me show. Okay, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. I just grew up. Here we go. Let's try
Yes,
again, real
Lord.
quick. Let me rewind back. I think if this don't work, we're gonna just talk about it. But this is such a powerful statement. So let's see if it plays.
Is that propensity that people have to think it's wrong for you to escape their orbit.
Mm, Bishop.
Those your critics always live within the gravity of your environment.
Y'all gonna pray for me this morning. Hey, y'all hit y'all coffee. Get your coffee.
You to escape their orbit.
Mm, Bishop.
Those
Okay, I can't find the space. Oh, that's why I'm too far ahead. It's such a powerful statement. That's the only reason I'm taking this time. Is here? I thought it was 9:57. My dyslexia took the best of me. Here we go. Here we go. Right now. Here we go.
most of us are not leaders, we are babysitters.
Here we go.
Bishop.
We we are running nurseries whereby you drop the kid off at the nursery. There's
Now picture this. Everyone who got businesses, you got organizations, you got things you want to do. There's a difference between a leader and a babysitter. I think Paul said it best. Paul says, "Many guardians we have, a few fathers. A father want to see you go far. A guardian want to protect you and keep you close."
their
Listen to what he
job is
says.
to keep him intact till you come get him. Totally different from kindergarten because kindergarten has a metrics of education to make the child better when you pick them up.
Are you making your stuff better?
Most of us run our businesses and our churches as if they were nurseries. That means success is just keeping it.
Success is just keeping it open. Businesses, I'm just going to keep it open. Churches just want to keep it open. We're not trying to grow. Growth scares us. Growth intimidates us because for us to grow, that means we got to do something we never done before. Here we go. This last part. Here you go.
Bishop.
Okay. So you have to decide, is this going to be a nursery Or is this going to be a kindergarten? Is it going to be a place where we have some metrics, some KPIs, key performance indicators, to measure the metrics of leadership? Leadership requires movement. If you're not a movement, you're a monument.
There it is.
Mm,
Now, a monument will always be there, but it will never move.
mm.
And we are in such a transient society today that the moment I get on my phone, I've gone global.
Let's talk about it. Movement versus monument. Movement versus monument. Let me stop sharing my screen. That's what we're at today. Listen, I say grown folks conversation because only grown folks is worried about growth. Grown folks worry about development. Children just live day one day at a time. This scared me, Lady Robin. This scared me for whoever's watching me because the world is moving and fight to develop and get bigger and better. We're fighting to get our 40 acres and a mule. We're still fighting over the past while the world is fighting to get to the future. And we're wondering why we left behind. Babe, that blew me away. It took me back to when I was a kid, and people say stuff like, "I don't want to be part of a mega church. I want to keep my church exactly the same. We don't want to move to another city." Or this is another one, baby. That it made me. I don't want to fly. We belong on the ground. It's like people are afraid to grow. People are afraid to, and what we're starting to do is make excuses for underdevelopment. I can't hear you, baby. Your mic is not on.
Woo, yeah, I was saying, woo, yeah. That's fact.
Whenever whenever you don't grow, you make excuses for not growing. Hold up, here we
Come
come.
here.
And you find groups of people that make you comfortable without growing, and you talk about growth.
Talk about it.
You talk about growth. You come against growth. TD Jakes, he up there making all that money. He don't want his, or look at her. She thinks she's better than anybody else. Listen, I'm gonna hurt somebody's feelings. If you meet on a regular basis with a group of people who are not growing and y'all talk about folks growing,
Come here, Glory.
you're a monument and not a movement.
Come on, Bishop. Good morning, sugar. Come on.
And TD Jakes said something else in this video that blew me away. He dropped all the bombs. He says, and if you a movement, you petty when you leave a 40,000 feet above air movement to come down to the ground to address an ant.
That part today.
So I come to talk. We come to talk to two different people. We come to
Mhm.
talk to movers who's moving, and most movers move along. Listen, eagles fly high, pigeons eat low.
Good morning.
I'm gonna say it again. Eagles
Wait,
fly high by themselves, alone. Pigeons eat low. But you know one thing about a pigeon? A pigeon is waiting for somebody to throw them some food, while an eagle is up hovering looking for food.
Bishop. Wait, you got to pause. Can y'all put the number one on the screen if you felt that in your spirit? Say that one more time, please, sir.
I come to talk to two different categories. We're gonna talk to the people who's not making movements, the monuments. But I want to talk real quick to the movers, the movements. Don't listen. Don't come down. Don't come down because listen, that an eagle flies high by themselves. They fly up in the air by themselves.
Come
They
on.
don't need a crowd. You never see an eagle fly with a group of eagles.
Come on, Bishop.
Eagles are known to fly by themselves. Pigeons eat low,
Yeah.
but a pigeon is waiting for somebody to throw them some bread,
Mm-hmm.
while the eagle is up looking high for food up high by themselves. If you have to listen in this, I'm finna challenge some people today. We finna challenge people today in this 21st century post COVID, I believe, was a disruption by God to disrupt monuments, to shake up monuments. Monuments died during COVID because they wasn't relevant. And now God is saying it's some monumental business that's died. There's some monumental churches that died. There's some monumental relationships that died because there. Listen, God says if you won't do different, I'm gonna give you different, and see if you
That part.
survive with different.
Come on.
I mean, baby, this is.
It's mind blowing because I know so many of us that are stuck, that are complacent, and we're okay with that. And that this the conversation is not for you. And I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just being for real because we get stuck on ego conversations. But then, as we were talking about last night in the den, we come down and have conflict with people on a ant level. Like you don't have time to come down
TD
because
Jakes
you're
said.
moving.
TD Jakes said in his book Instinct, and I tell everybody to read the book Instinct. He talked about how a giraffe. My wife talked about this before and shared it before. How a giraffe has a long neck, and for a giraffe to come down, to take his head all the way down to the ground, and to address an ant, he literally will pass out because he's not designed to come that low.
Come on.
So listen, but I got to come back here, baby, just for a second because this is important. You know for a fact if you're a monument because you gather with other monuments to talk about other movements.
Come on, Bishop.
I want to disrupt that party. I want to go in. What happened? Party, not party people. I want to blow that party up. I want to disrupt. I want to throw a rock in that gathering and tell y'all to scatter.
Yes, sir.
You shouldn't be comfortable anymore. What we do, somebody lose weight, movement. They had surgery. Oh well, they made a movement.
That's it.
You're trying to make your monumental moment justified. I need
Hmm.
everybody in this call to say, stop justifying your monument. Stop justifying your monument. Stop it. If listen, if we're not happy, we try to justify why we're not happy. And then we come against development. We come against growth. We come
Hmm.
against oh they crooked, they this, they that.
Period.
We got to talk today about monument versus movement.
Again, grown folks conversation.
Grown folks conversation.
Lady McGee say, "I'm not stuck anymore." Come on here,
Go ahead, Butterfly Academy, bam.
come on here, Bam. Because here's the thing: if you are not moving, and it reminds me of this when I think about a monument, I think about the statues.
Hmm.
I think about like we said the other day, we think about like Martin Luther King. He's done all that he's done, and it's great conversation to have in the past of what he's done. And don't not please don't judge me. Martin Luther King is a legend. He has left some things here. He has done some things. But if we stay stuck on what God has done versus what he will do, we're not moving.
No, no.
We're complacent and
It,
we become stuck on what he did do. We were talking the other day and saying how I don't want to just be the person that, oh man, they did a good job at such and such, such and such. No, what was it you said? I want to be like, no, they're doing good in there now. Was you know what I'm trying to say?
I'm,
We talked about it the other day, and you were saying, I don't want to be known as the Clyde is, oh, Clyde did A, B, C, D, and E, but not the Clyde that is doing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't. Monument is focused on seeing me now and versus like basically talking about what I did versus what I'm doing. I can't remember what it was exactly. I
Yeah.
wrote it down, but yeah, a monument, and that's one thing I look. You just said about Martin Luther King, but if you picture Martin Luther King, and I think about two things at one time. Martin Luther King, and I think about Paul. Paul was running hard. I mean, I could picture him running so hard trying to change the finish line. Write that down. He
Woo,
was trying
woo,
to change the finish line, for his children, for his grandkids. And he says, when I die, I'm gonna die with my hands stretched out because I want to go as far as I can. Y'all didn't get me.
come on here. Hot
Listen,
that up.
when I
Yes,
die,
sir.
I'm gonna die. If I die, the finish line is not gonna be where my feet is. It's gonna be where my hand is because I'm gonna fall forward as I'm dying. And my children gonna have to go with my toe, where my finger was, not where my toe was. I'm gonna go as far as I can. And we know that because Paul says, I finished the race. I've done my course. I'm
Hmm.
all spent out. I didn't just get stuck in a moment. So when I think about Martin Luther King, I think of Martin Luther King as if he was running, and his monument is a statement of his death and not his life.
Whew.
Because if my monument was my life, that means I stood still my whole life. My monument is where I died. But listen, we should always respect a location of death as a reference point of our start. Write that down. We
Jesus
should
on the
respect
moon.
the location of death as a reference point of start. If we still stuck having church like Martin Luther King, we rebuked his life.
Come on,
If you
Bishop.
still living in the same location that mama died, you rebuked her life. Mama ran so far for you to get stuck fighting to keep things just the same. Mama
Come
said, I went through all that so you can keep running.
And it makes me think, someone posted the other day, I think it was Mimi. She posted and she said this. She said, it was a post about how, we are no longer taking care of grandma's land. We're just letting it go, or we're giving it away, or we're not, and the things that they work for, they didn't work for it for us to give it away. They work for it for us to continue the legacy. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? Continue to
yes,
build. My dad now, I thank God for him, has 11 acres, if not more. And if he has that and we turn around and he leave here and we give it away,
yes.
we're not moving forward. We're letting it
Moving
go.
backwards.
And it's
We
like we're not moving the monument. We're becoming a monument by a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
By
it's almost
allowing.
worse. And that's in that case, I would even say that in that place, you worse than a monument. You
Mm,
destroyed the monument that was left for you.
come on, that part.
And so and we got to start realizing that we are as people. This is what we got to start looking at. I want everybody to do a litmus test of your life.
I love it.
A monument is a still figure that's good to look at. You
Mm.
want, listen, something that you aspire to be, but not to, it should be a goal, not a destination. Listen, a monument is something you look, listen, people drive, listen, y'all better listen to this grown for conversation. People drive thousands of miles to go stop by the Martin Luther King monument for a moment. If
I'm
they
gonna let go of this coffee. Hold on. That's good.
if they build a tent and stay there, you crazy. You supposed to go look at that monument, admire that monument, and say that was a goal. I reached that goal. Now I need to go find the next monument. That's the next low goal. What's the next monument? The next goal.
Come on, husband.
Listen, if you died a monument, I hope you died running. But you're never supposed to go to a monument and aspire to be just that. You
Come
should
on.
always say, what's my next goal? So let me ask this question,
Right.
baby. I'm asking
Okay.
this question. The grown folks, grown folks.
Okay.
I'm doing a litmus test.
Mm-hmm.
Is your marriage a monument or a movement?
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Is your career a monument or a movement? I'll let you know if your career is a monument or a movement is if you get mad when the business keep changing. They keep wanna, hire more folks and get bigger and get this and get that because you are employed by a movement, not a monument. The church is
Wait,
keeping
Bishop. Now
well,
hold up.
go
Now
ahead.
you giving all these nuggets. We gotta take it in. I need to take it in or something. I need y'all. Can you put the heart or what? Because he can't see. Put the number 2 if you felt that in your spirit. Say that one more time.
If you listen, if you are, for a fact, if you're a monument employed by a movement, is if you get mad at the business every time they make changes and shifts and stuff, and you get mad because you are employed by a movement, not a
Come on,
monument.
Bishop.
Here we go, church. Talk about church. The church, they always trying to do something different. They doing this and doing that. Why can't we just keep things the way it always been? It was good for grandma, but listen, why can't it be good for us? Grandma would have been here. She would have had an iPhone. Grandma would have been here. She would have been on YouTube. Grandma wouldn't have still had a fire heater. So if you're gonna keep everything the same, go back to your house and get rid of your air conditioning. If you're gonna keep everything the same, go back to your house and get rid of your big screen TV. Don't down the movement for the sake of comfort.
Husband.
I'm gonna say it again.
Wait, can we
Don't-
type that? Wait. I want them to type it. Say it. Go ahead. Say
Don't
it.
down the movement for the sake of comfort.
Don't down the movement for the sake of comfort.
They're making you uncomfortable because they're moving. And you're gonna destroy their movement and say they should keep their stuff the same, but you keep growing at home. You keep getting new shoes, listen, every time they get a new iPhone, you get a new iPhone. What's happening is that their movement is intimidating your monument.
Oh my God, Bishop. When I say I'm like this is so good to me. Oh my God.
My wife threatened my monumental mindset with her movement after post kidney sickness. And that the greatest thing is, listen, people are getting divorces because movements are married to monuments. That is not a reason for divorce.
Bishop, wait, come on. People are getting a divorce because what now?
Movements are married to monuments.
People are quitting jobs because of what now?
Movements are employed by monuments.
People are stopping on businesses and shutting down their business and churches because of what?
Their monuments are surrounded by movements.
Come here.
And as Black people, we'll rather tell somebody to slow down instead of trying to catch up. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, man.
You know what? I get nervous with them people that say, slow down. Would you stop?
You're doing too much.
What's the word we say? I posted it on social media. Don't try to give me corrective criticism when you ain't
never built
nothing. Constructive criticism when you ain't never constructive nothing. You can't tell me. Don't know. In order to move, I know we're gonna get to that part, but in order to be a movement, you gotta be willing to adapt to change. Type that in the screen. You gotta be willing to adapt to change. Just type adapt to change. That's what movement is. You gotta be willing to adapt to change. It's always changing. Things are always moving and should always never stay the same. And we should always understand and adapt with the change.
Yes.
We got to.
And listen, I'm gonna add this here to y'all, right? I don't want to take away, I don't want to make I don't want to villainize you. I don't want to make you feel like a villain. I'm gonna tell you something right quick. Change is always intimidating.
Oh, wait, I want to say, can I say this, husband? I'm
Yes.
sorry. I want to say this because I didn't like change. Sister Dendra know that. Other people that have worked with me before, I hated change. I don't like change. Lady McGee, listen. I hated change. I like this stuff. I'm a tad bit OCD. I like stuff to stay the same. But when you didn't went through something so catastrophic, you don't mind changing.
No.
Because as Miles Monroe say, I don't want to take my vision to the grave when you've been through something catastrophic. So I'm not going to ever, I'm glad you said that, because the reason why we can talk on this, because we were monuments.
Yes.
That wasn't moving.
And we have monumental moments.
That part today.
The worst thing in the world is when you just got a success and you think you're going to breathe and somebody just went right past you. Like, God, I just got here. I just got used to Facebook. Now they come with a TikTok. Just got used to TikTok. Now they come with the next thing. God dog it. And so, and it's intimidating.
It is.
And listen, I'm gonna tell you, it's biblical. It's biblical.
Okay.
The whole entire Bible is a movement.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when you had the Bibles in back in the days, they had over the maps. They were trying to keep up with the movement. They were trying to record the movement. The Bible was about a movement. Sometimes they was moving in circles, but guess what? They were still what? Moving all the way to the end. It was every time you seen about it, it was about movement. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this real quick because this is so important. It's so important. I want you to understand, because if not, you'll think you're a natural hater, and you're like, man, I'm just a hater, and you'll never tell nobody that. You just feel it. But I'll let you know, it's not, you're not a natural hater. It's natural to hate. I'm gonna say again, you're not a natural hater. It's natural to hate, because what hating is, you literally want to be happy for your growth. And the only way you can be happy for your growth, you got to feel like you got to be hateful of someone else that's outgrowing you. So it's literally intimidating when someone outgrows you, when they're moving faster than you, because you have to admit, I may not be moving fast enough. I may not be doing enough. I may listen. I just got to preach a sermon to my slow down, but I mean slow down and don't pass up what God has for you. But
Right.
don't try to justify your lack of movement by coming against somebody else's movement.
Mm-hmm.
And so I never forget, and I'm gonna admit something live. I'm gonna admit something
Uh-oh.
live right now,
Oh,
y'all.
Lord.
Judge me. I do not care. What you think about me is not my business.
I'm so
But my
nervous.
truth
Wait,
is my truth.
let me brace it.
Just take your seatbelt off. We're gonna go for a ride, Indy. Um, Listen, I never forget, man. I started a church in New Destiny, man. And I'm like, man, I'm doing some things. I'm growing. I'm making some moves as a pastor. And all of a sudden, this little old black joker I think he was out of somewhere up north. I can't remember where he's from. Comes to Houston and opens up a church and blows it out the water. Keon Henderson. I was so mad at that
I
black
love me
skinny
some
joker.
Keon Henderson.
And then I realized at the end of the day, I was hating because he was a movement. I was a monument.
I'm proud of you, husband.
I was so I was so excited about my new growth that probably, in my sense, I outgrew everybody. And this is where little kingdoms come in, because when you the strongest growth, best person. I just heard something from the Holy Ghost. You need movements so you won't stay a monument.
Wait. Say that again so we can type it up. Tell,
You
tell me.
need movement so you won't stay a monument.
You need movement so that you won't stay a monument. Can y'all? Oh, that's so
I
good
felt
to me.
something. I felt something. Every last great movement threatens us
Mm.
to become the greater movement. Every world record been broken so many times. At the time, Carl Lewis was the fastest man. He
At the
became the
time.
new goal, not the new destination. You never see someone say, I want to be fast as Carl Lewis. They say, I want to break his record. What they say was, I want to be a movement, not the next monument. Don't be a goal, be a record breaker.
Jesus on the main line.
I want to challenge every home right now. Is your marriage a monument? Are you looking just like mom and daddy?
Oh Lord.
Are you living in mom and daddy house? Have you at least painted it? Put a new roof on it. Is mom and daddy house falling apart because you're so scared of change and you moved in it and you never kept it up? TD Jakes just
Mm.
shook up everything in me.
I'm telling you, man. I was listening to it on the road, and when I say it, it made me. I wanted to pull that car over and go to shouting, go crazy, because if we're not moving, we are becoming a monument. We're
Yeah.
becoming we're becoming a statue of liberty, pretty much, with our hand in the air.
Something that people drive. Listen, listen, I love history. I love going to
They really do.
I love going to DC and go to the Black History Museum.
Yeah,
But what I don't understand. Listen, people drive thousands of miles to the Grand Canyon to get out their car to look at it, get
that's it.
back in their car and leave.
That's
I
it.
seen it. It was worth the sight. Go thousands of miles to go look at the Statue of Liberty. I seen it. Let's go back home. I don't want to be a sight. I want to be a view. I don't want you to say I saw it. I want to say I keep seeing it. I keep seeing it. I keep seeing it. I keep seeing it.
Chilla, chilla,
I want to
baby.
die moving. I want to die leaning forward. I want to die stretching. Listen. What TDJ did for me
Mm-hmm.
was normalize my frustration.
Come on, me too, husband. Me too, because I thought I was crazy. And if you've been a part of Lady McGee, part of the band, anybody watching from the band replay, I want to say this, man. It's like you be thinking you crazy because you're constantly moving, you're constantly changing, but you're not changing to just make changes. You're changing for the better. Like right now, I know we got to learn AI. I know we got to learn GPT. I know I got to get trained on it because why? I don't want to be left behind as a business or as a church.
Oh, you better
Because,
watch out. You better watch out because that's the devil,
oh,
and
yeah.
that's and that's the
We thought
devil.
it was the devil. I ain't gonna lie. Me and you,
Hey,
we had a
I hated
conversation.
it.
We
That's
was
why I
like,
said
this
it
is the
because,
devil.
man. But listen, this is what I say. This is why I'm here for everybody now because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The Antichrist is coming. He is. I don't know when he coming. She coming. Whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna come. Under that pause, because I definitely wondered if something was wrong with me. Go ahead, movement. Go ahead, movement.
Yeah.
Listen, and so the Antichrist is coming. So a lot of us are afraid. I'm not gonna.
And I ain't gonna
I'm
even act like I'm not, because
Yeah. A lot of
I
us
am
afraid.
afraid. But I
And
realized that we gotta do so we in order we gotta move with it. Go
but
ahead.
I'm gonna say this part real quick. A lot of us afraid, and I'm gonna get it. But let me tell you a secret. You serve an all powerful God.
That
We
part.
can't stop the end from coming. That's listen. Afraid of the end and the Antichrist is not a reason not to grow.
Mm.
Listen, every place in the Bible where there was growth, God outgrew the things that was there. So I'm just like you. I hate AI. I'm like AI is gonna come in and it's gonna attack my stuff. And but listen, a lot of us can we all listen. Most black people is always on the back end of change.
This
On the
is
back end of change, a lot of black people still got record players because they scared of a CD, and now we already streaming music. And then you look up and you accidentally start streaming, didn't even realize it. Your baby gave you Spotify and you didn't realize you had Spotify and you listen to something like, oh my God, I updated. And so we can't be on the back. So we can either stay on the back end of change or we can forge change. We can be on the front end of it.
right.
Listen, one thing I pride myself on now, my wife broke me. Thank you, my love. One thing my wife broke me on is when she started changing and she started, I was a great monument. I was a great old school Baptist monument. When you ain't supposed to do this, and you ain't supposed to do that, and you ain't supposed to do this. And my wife said, man, forget that. I ain't gonna die standing still.
That part.
If I'm gonna die, I'm like the men at the gate. The men at the gate had leprosy. They said, one thing about it, if we're gonna die, let's bust a move while we dying.
Right.
Them
Let's
jokers
move
start
on.
moving. And so when she started making movements, I started seeing her moving. I'm like, man. And since then we've been moving and start realizing that, you know, it's not worth it to stay still. We gotta start figuring out we gotta move. So what I start priding myself on now is I'll be the one to go test it out first.
Yeah.
Listen, I just blessed 50,000 folks. They just ain't listened to this message yet. I'm speaking that thing to be down to what? Listen, I go test it out first.
Mm-hmm.
So we got I want three people in the room right now. Three people. The first person I want in the room is the testers. I'm gonna be the forerunner. Y'all sit here. I'm gonna jump on my horse. I'm gonna ride into the land we never been in. That's the first person I'm talking to, the forerunners. You are the movers. Be willing to go move. The second person I want to talk to is that person who says, I'm gonna go after I find somebody moving. There's nothing
Mm-hmm.
wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being a calculated mover. That I'm gonna move. Listen. This is why we have the Lions Den. This is why we have New Destiny. This is why we have SJCOC. People want to follow people who move them.
Right.
Because why? You found the landmine. If I see the landmine blow you up, God bless you for making me know I can go that way. Now I'm gonna go this way.
Right.
Then I'm gonna talk to the person that's back there saying, I ain't moving at all. Baby, get up and go follow somebody. And stop trying to be the one person trying to be the God of no movement. What's the God of no movement? You making everybody else think you the greatest thing in the world because you ain't moving. Baby, if you know like I know in your rocking chair, you wouldn't do all that. And listen, in the same spot for 20 years. I don't know, baby. This is shaking my life up.
Yeah, I'm loving it. This great conversation. I want to talk about a couple of things because I know we got to go. We have a meeting here in a minute. I want to talk about a couple of things. We talked about and we kind of discussed this the danger of being a monument. I want to
Okay.
kind of discuss that. I know, you're a preacher man, so you got some points. And I want to make sure we give you principles and not just, our opinion, but I would say our experience. We will always give you that. Our experience. We've been monuments before. We know what it feels like to be stuck, to be complacent. Even being pastors and leaders, we know what it's like to become comfortable and being leaders. And we found out, we thought that we were just created to be pastors and didn't realize pastoring is what we do, is not who we are.
Yeah,
It's bigger than that. And so you learn that as you continue to mature in the faith. And as you mature in God, you realize that there's more. And the more you mature in Him, the more opportunities and the more tables you're able to sit at that will allow you to see opportunities. But here's the thing, there's a danger in becoming a monument.
it
There's a
is.
couple of things that will happen. And so one of those things that will happen, and I don't know, Bishop, if you want to start with it, is that one of those things is that in order to understand the dangers of being a monument is understanding that number one, I want you to type this in the screen, is that when you are a movement versus a monument. You got to know that number one, there are different flights.
Fights, fights,
Fights. I'm sorry,
fights.
different fights. I want you to type that in the screen. There are different fights. Number one, different fights that you fight, different battles that
And
you
and
go through.
it is so important you understand this because you recognize if you're a monument versus a movement because of your fight.
Hmm.
And I want you to take this to heart now. Now, if you're a monument, don't stop listening because well, I know I'm a monument because you may be categorized as as if you're a movement. Don't say I know I'm a movement. You know, you may categorize as a monument because of your fight. The number one fight of a monument is you fight over a past problem instead of future possibilities. You fight over a past problem. Listen to this here. Listen to this here. Movements don't fight over how you cook my food.
At all.
Movements just go to a different restaurant.
Good morning, Brittany.
I don't have 15 minutes to fight over the past.
Mm-mm.
I don't have 15 minutes to fight over something that it ain't worth even trying to change. I just move on to the next opportunity. Me and my wife just went to a gas station, and the gas station lady went and she did some stuff she shouldn't have done, and I
But
could
don't you tell
spend.
them people?
I'm
Okay,
not.
okay.
I could spend 2 weeks boycotting that gas station because what they treated us. Or just guess what? I'm not going back.
Yeah.
There's another
And
gas
guess
station
what?
down the
I
road.
don't have to spend my money with you. And I don't even have to fight you behind this. I don't even have to, baby. I'm gonna let the Lord fight that battle with you because we know what it was, know what it is, and we know what we're fighting against because we are believers that believe the word that says we fight not against flesh and blood, but
Against
against principalities
principalities.
and high places. So I understand that's a different fight.
If
And
you see
I'm not
somebody,
coming down to fight with no ant when I'm an eagle.
if you see somebody who is spending so much time fighting something that happened, they monument because someone disrupted their monumental stance. You disrupted my perception of who I am. I'm fighting to maintain who I am. Listen, if you fight my moment, you stuck in my moment. I'm moving to my next. You in my
Period.
moment, step back there together. So your fight is different. When you are a movement, you fight for future.
Yeah.
Listen, you're not giving me access to business opportunities. I'm gonna figure out how to get around you. You're not giving me access to technology. I'm gonna figure out how to get around you. I'm fighting to get access. I'm fighting to stay relevant. And monuments fight over the past problems. Y'all still fighting over property that is in grandma's name. Y'all fight over that. What the Bible
Yeah.
said, let the dead
Bury the dead.
bury the dead.
Yeah.
Movements don't get. I'm a challenge every person on this call right now. The next time your coffee cold, change restaurants. Don't try to fight the host. Don't go back. If you got to spend 30 minutes fighting over a cup of coffee, and you supposed to be in a business meeting, but you fight over a cup of coffee, you disrupted the whole meeting over. If I'm meeting with somebody and they start fighting over a cup of coffee, and we trying to have a business meeting, I'm gonna get up and leave. Because
Right.
you just wasted my time. You didn't call the manager, the boss. Hang on a second, I'm gonna get back with you. You didn't get on the phone with the supervisor. You didn't call the business owner over a cup.
First of all, my time is too valuable. I got too much that I could be doing versus doing this. You got to know, man, when you are a movement, you fighting different fights. You can't fight the same fight. There are
No,
different fights that you got to fight. and different fights that are important. And you got to realize which fight is important. Prime example, I'll never forget some things happened at the school with our baby. And we wanted to fight on the behalf of our baby, but we had to realize as leaders, as not just leaders and as pastors, but leaders as individuals, as examples to our household, that we had to fight that fight different. We wanted to go and fight on the behalf of our daughter, but we had to go fight on behalf of every child, the whole system.
Listen, so monuments fight for a person, movements fight against systems.
Yeah, Jesus.
I'm not gonna waste my time.
Cup.
I'm not gonna waste my time on somebody who ain't gonna be here next year. Because I fight with you and change your mind, but the system's still a problem. If I fight the system, no matter how many more yous come in here, the system changed for every child to come behind them. I'm fighting you for my grandchild. Can
you put the number one? I need every fighter that's saying in this season, I'm gonna fight different. And this season, I need you to put the number 3 on the screen. We didn't put one already, 2. Put the number 3. I'm fighting and I dare you to heart it up. I gotta fight different this time. And this season, I gotta fight totally different. I can't fight the same way. I gotta fight different because, man, this is a different kind of fight.
Yes, we gotta stop fighting people. I'm gonna change her mind. I'm gonna change her mind. You change her mind, but the system's still the same. The next child to come behind is gonna get the same exact treatment. I went to that school and we fought systems.
Look, okay, don't say that on live. Somebody probably watch it. We're gonna leave that schools this morning.
Yeah, they went in and they let when I got through, they let every child out of ISS. And we go through the process.
Yeah, we ain't gonna fight just for hours. We're gonna fight for everybody. So you gotta know you fighting a different fight, sir, ma'am. Understand that. Number 2, because we gotta go.
Yeah, the second thing, whenever you are a movement and not a monument, you have a different sight. You see different. It's something about, we talked about the eagles before and pigeons. Pigeons get distracted by ground problems. Eagles get distracted about air problems.
You better not go past. Can y'all hold that up? I know it's a delay. Jesus. Say it again, because it's a delay. They got to catch the second time you say it.
Pigeons get distracted by what's on the ground. What's now? Eagles get distracted by what's coming. A pigeon don't ever move forward. They just move around in circles. So they get worried about what's here and what's there. But an eagle gets high. They have a different sight. I see a storm coming.
Yes, sir.
So I'm adjusting a course because something is in the way of where I'm going, not because something is messing with me where I'm at. I just move higher than the thing that's where I'm at. Listen, you don't wonder why you cussing me out and I ain't moved? Because I don't hear you.
That part, Jesus.
You know why you talking about me on a post and I ain't flinch? Because I didn't see you. I was so busy, and you in my ear. When you a pilot, a good pilot, you don't waste time with the people in coach. You don't even talk. Listen, when we went on the plane, we flew first class.
This man.
We wanted to go to the bathroom, and I went to go to the bathroom, but the pilot had to go to the bathroom. The 2 flight attendants blocked. Y'all don't hear me this morning. The 2 flight attendants blocked the bathroom so the pilot can leave his cockpit and go to the bathroom undisturbed, because we don't need nothing interrupting our sight of our pilot, because he don't have time to be disrupted by first class or coach passengers, because none of y'all are worth us not arriving to our destination. He got out of the bathroom and went back to the cockpit, and they say, if you got a problem, let us handle it, because we need him to see.
Bishop! Husband! Oh, man. Y'all, this is the kind of conversation we be having riding on our way to like Mississippi, and if we're on a plane. Oh my God. This is so good to me. Okay, Bishop, come on. We gotta go.
I need every visionary to stop looking down at folk. You have different sight. I'm sorry, you're not worth me. I got a storm coming. There's something in the way of my grandkids, something in the way of my kids. I'm looking into the future. I got to make different flight changes. I got to make adjustments because where I'm going is not where I'm at. I know you mad at me. I know you don't like me. God bless you. Kiss you. Keep going. And also the next thing, not only do you have a different fight, you have a different sight. You have a different height.
Number 3.
A different height. Whenever you listen, a monument cannot move higher than what it is. It's too heavy. It's too heavy. It's carrying the weight of the past.
Oh my God.
The reason why a monument is a monument because it did so much greatness to where it froze in time. But when you're a movement, you are the faster you move is the greater the elevation. So a movement has to take flight. It has to elevate. It has to grow wings, and it has to go to a level that which it can move above obstacles.
Come on, Bishop.
You cannot let things hold you down as a monument. As Black people, as African Americans, minorities, we're carrying too much weight of folk. When we got off our plane this last time, it said we was baggage heavy. We have to we have to get some of this baggage off this plane before we move. Many of us can't take flight because we're carrying too much baggage. One
Jesus.
thing about African Americans, we try to take everybody with us.
Come here.
Sweetheart, I told you somebody got to go out and check it out first. If they don't want to go, take the baggage off. I don't want to carry you. I'm sorry. You want to be a monument? I cannot hook a plane to Martin Luther King's monument and take him anywhere. Thank you for dying where you were. Let me move. I can't take the baggage. I love you, and you're not gonna make me feel guilty for moving. You're not gonna put mental
At
baggage
all.
on me. We have different fights, we have different sights, and we have different heights. Don't feel bad because you're moving higher than somebody. You didn't say you was better. You just chose to be different. I'm not better, but I'm choosing to live different. I'm choosing to move different. I'm choosing to see different. If y'all getting mad at the restaurant, God bless y'all. I'm gonna go. What you leaving for? You ain't gonna sit there and fight with us? No, sweetheart. I got bigger things to do. God bless you. I'm fighting different. I'm seeing different, and I'm going different. Baby, I'm done.
Man. Listen, I'm gonna need you to like the replay. Like, share, all of that. Different flights. We've talked
Different
about
sight.
momentum. I'm Lord, not momentum.
Monuments, monuments versus movements.
Monument versus movement. And we talked about the importance of adapting to change. We talked about different fights, different sights, and different heights. I love this dude. Thank you, husband. This was good to me. Facts.
That's
That's
why I
why I
stopped
stopped going
going
out
out
to
to
eat with
eat.
people. Yeah, man. You talking about you want to make me upset? Get the clowning while I'm out to eat with you.
You
'Cause they
with them
gotta
in the
cook
agenda to
tacos.
clown.
Huh?
They go there with a agenda to clown. You ain't got nothing else better to do than act the fool in the restaurant.
Okay. No, nobody got time for that. See, adjust and move. I love it. Any
See,
questions?
adjust and move.
We're gonna
Any
open up
questions?
questions, then we're gonna go. Any questions? Any questions? I thank y'all for rocking out. Thank y'all for being a part, getting on here early in the morning with us and rocking out. We pray over your week. We decree and
That was
declare that
good,
everything
Pastor
you do.
Harden.
Yeah, we love. Thank you, Lady McGee.
Love you.
Pray over your week and decree and declare some things that will happen in your life that will be life changing, man. But don't whatever you do not be a monument.
While
Be
we're
a
waiting
movement.
for questions, I want to say this here. Go do a check on your house. Is my marriage a monument or a movement? Are we still the same? Have we been the same for 20 years? Waking up the same way and going to bed the same way and not, no, it's time to do something different. Is your business a monument? Is your ministry a monument? Is your relationships monuments? Do y'all even like each other? Or y'all
Right?
too scared, too afraid to move and talk to someone different? Any
That is.
questions?
Is your job a monument?
Is your job a monument?
That
Are you
part.
afraid? You mad because people get promoted out? Baby, because you ain't moving.
That's it. No questions, Bishop. We
All
thank y'all
right.
so much for rocking out. Somebody say self elevation is necessary period.
Yep.
I love it.
Self-evaluation is
Yeah.
necessary
Self
periodically. You got to do a
always.
self check.
We call it a SWOT analysis.
Mm-hmm. That's
Gotta
my
be able to.
strengths, my weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
Come on. Listen, we thank y'all for rocking out with us. Until next time, amazing things we got coming up, things that we're going to be doing. Get ready, y'all. The Let's Talk About It podcast is getting ready to start again. So Bishop and I are going to be doing some things with that and other great things that are happening. Listen, we pray you enjoy your month and you enjoy your 4th of July. Enjoy your life. Have fun. Relax and all of that great stuff. Until next time, man. We changing our mind. I had to look at the
Change the
logo to
world.
see which one I was on. Right?
Change the mind. Change the world.
One
One
family at a
family at
time.
a time.
Stay blessed. Have a great week. Bye bye.